Welcome to the Board Game Snobs Podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Go.
And you're only as good as the podcasts that you listen to, so you must be the best. This is the Board Game Snobs Podcast. That sounded really loud.
Yes.
I was trying to come on strong to make people feel energy. This is Jerry.
How do you feel energy?
And that's Gabi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Optimus Prime.
And this is your favorite,
Prime Day.
Enrique.
I am Optimus Prime.
Get a free gift card.
Autobots engage.
When you order through Prime.
Transformers roll out.
That's actually really good.
Thank you.
I saw the guy's face who does the Optimus Prime voice because I was working on impressions. I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Oh, this is the Board Game Snobs Podcast. Send us an email, boardgamesnobs@gmail.com.
Just send us emails. Or give them to us.
I was interested in hearing people do impressions. And it fascinates me that that's not just a natural process. That's something that you have to work on.
Yes.
Like, you can actually learn to do these voices
Well, yeah.
over time.
Some of them are natural, but some, like, there's some people that are really good.
Like the Morgan Freeman. Like this guy was talking about how he was the Morgan Freeman. And he
Well,
was...
I think you kind of have to have a voice that lends itself to certain accents or impressions. You can't do them all.
No, but some of them are like so very varied. Like, how do you do a Morgan Freeman, but then go to like a... this guy did like all the Lord of the Rings characters, every single one of them. And he could do Morgan Freeman.
What? Bilbo Baggins?
Well, they're all distinct, I'm assuming. They're all little British people, little hobbits. Did I...
Or hobbits?
I didn't.
British people? Is that what you're implying?
I implied that. I did not mean to, because I know the British people I know, aka Dan Hughes. He's a big man. He is not a hobbit.
Ben?
His feet might be hairy. Ben might be a hobbit. How tall is Ben?
No idea.
Does height indicate whether or not you're a hobbit?
They're short. I think, no. Are hobbits a race?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then you'd have to be of hobbit heritage.
I know nothing about hobbits.
I don't
the
either.
Lord of the Rings.
I know they have large, hairy feet, and they're short.
You could be a hobbit, Enrique.
I could if I was like a couple inches
You could be
shorter.
a Hispanic hobbit.
Enrique, can you do any impressions?
I cannot.
You can't even... Can you do an impression?
I'll tell you why I can't, because I've never watched any Lord of the Rings.
No, any impressions at all.
Oh, no.
No, of anybody.
you do
ever?
Anyone.
Bill
No.
Clinton?
Never tried any impressions in my life.
Not have sexual relations with that woman.
I really like McDonald's fries.
I play the saxophone.
He does, doesn't he?
I do.
You do.
I play the saxophone.
Monica.
Monica! Menage! That's Ja Rule doing Bill Clinton in Too Fast, Too Furious.
That's the best. Oh, that's what you should do. You should be impersonating somebody else impersonating somebody else. This is Ja Rule doing Bill Clinton. This is Christopher Walken. Wow. Doing literally everybody.
Arnold Schwarzenegger doing Sean Connery.
Oh,
Sorry, that hit me where I live. That was good. That was good.
I didn't even get to it.
no, because it was perfect already. Because he would just have so much difficulty trying to do it too.
Bang. This is Matthew McConaughey. All right.
What's a famous... Most things in here don't require to belish.
What was that?
That's Arnold doing Sean Connery.
Oh,
Do you
God.
think that
I am the last one. To the stars born.
It gets me when I see these movies and they talk about who almost was these characters. Like
Will
back,
Smith was almost Neo.
yes.
Oh no.
And Back to the Future, they had that one guy that they shot most of the movie with.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember his name. Whereas,
Eric something.
yeah, and Christian says that Back to the Future doesn't hold up, but Hot Rod does. Christian's opinion is trash.
Literally everyone disagrees with you.
Yeah, literally the world. I just think it's interesting when you think about how close we are with the movies that we love. Like, Harrison Ford has literally been
You
in
said literally several times this episode.
so many movies where he was the...
Somebody else was almost cast as Han Solo, weren't they?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it was Kurt Russell.
Oh, wow. I think you might be right.
He was the titular character in so many
Kurt Russell's
films.
good, too. That would have been interesting.
That would have been amazing to see Kurt Russell be Han Solo. But at the same time, do you think it would have been as iconic? Like, would it have been the same?
No, it would have been more comedic. Kurt has like that. Kurt has the swagger, but he's also very comedic.
Kurt is good.
I love Kurt
I
Russell.
love him.
Harrison Ford, though.
Your top 5 man crushes. Kurt Russell.
Russell Crowe,
Russell Crowe.
Harrison Ford. I'm going all old here.
I have not found anything I disagree with you so far. Man, I love Leonardo DiCaprio. I just love that man.
He's good. He's good.
I know I wouldn't admit this, but I'm going to. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Is it Gillen or Gillen?
I don't care. It can be whatever he asks me.
Gyllen.
Whatever he wants it to be. That man is a fabulous actor.
I don't disagree. I just don't know of many movies of his.
I know, but he is just what he's in. He's kind of like, you know how people make certain actors out to be more than what they are? Like, I don't know, James Franco.
Oh,
There are ones.
I prefer Dave.
Dave Franco
Yes.
from Now You See Me, Now You Don't,
Yes.
or Now You See Me, Now You See Me Too, whatever it
Yes.
was. Yes, stupid. Yeah, Dave. Well, you know what? I'll go you one step further. One of my favorite films. It is a Western starring Brad Pitt and Ben Affleck's brother, Casey Affleck. I love Casey when we're talking about brothers. Casey Affleck is a much better actor. The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward of John Ford is an amazing film. Absolutely. Slow burn. It's got
Who's the main guy in that?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Okay.
Brad Pitt, Casey Affleck, Jeremy Renner. How do you say his name? Reiner or
Renner.
Renner. The guy who's
That guy.
he's the hot guy. He's the arrow shooting dude. It's also got
Hawkeye, not hot guy.
hot guy. He is hot. No. Answer me this. Jamie Reiner.
Jamie Reiner. Go ahead.
Is he hot?
No, by no means is he
Enrique.
attractive to me.
Jamie Reiner.
Jamie Reiner.
I can't place the face.
He's Hawkeye.
Hawkeye from Avengers.
Yeah, no. He's hot, bro.
No. No.
Yeah, bro.
No, he is not.
He's not. He's no Captain America.
Yeah,
Captain
obviously.
Morca. Oh,
Morca.
man crush. Chris Evans.
Evans.
Yeah.
Love
I
that
love
guy.
that man. And I don't watch any Marvel. I just know him from Knives Out, and I fell in love with
Knives
him.
Out. He made
Snowpiercer. He pierced my
Snowpiercer?
heart. He pierced my heart.
Your heart was cold as snow, and he pierced it.
Shot through the heart.
And you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
John
Take my heart and take my soul. If you could do a karaoke song that you think you could nail, what would it be?
If I could sing a karaoke song,
If you were to sing a karaoke song, what would it be?
if I could play and sing a song,
No, not play, just sing.
if I could play and sing a song, because it would require me to play it
Okay.
at the same time, one of the songs to me that every time I hear it, I'm shocked by it, and it is actually a rendition. It's a cover by Simon and Garfunkel. It's done by Disturbed.
Oh, yeah.
The
Silence.
That is
Something.
as the sound of silence. That is an amazing song. That to me, every time I hear it, I don't know what it does, but it does that tingling thing that the ASMR stuff must do to weirdos.
I'm in. Go ahead.
But
Are you done with
strangely enough, you have a good singing voice. Like,
it? Oh, stop.
no, you do. Like, I've heard you do Pearl Jam and karaoke stuff.
I have, I don't know. Jerry, you just complimented me. I don't know what to do with this.
well, like my
I
wife.
don't know that you've ever complimented me
My wife-
ever in my life.
My wife
It's
plays.
rare,
My
super
wife
rare.
plays the piano and sings.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I had you on recording one time singing karaoke, like it was a Pearl Jam song. Yeah, you were singing. What was that Pearl Jam song?
Yellow Ledbetter
Yes,
or...
you were singing Yellow Ledbetter. And I showed that to my wife, and she's like, "He can sing." I was like, "I really think so." Like,
But see, the thing is, I can't actually, like, I can put on a voice to kind of sound somewhat like the person trying to say. One of my go-tos, and I'm going to show it to you. I may even sing it since
just
we're
sing
on mic.
it, but do not play any music because you've got us
but
kicked off
what
of
if it's
Facebook.
karaoke, though? That's not copyrighted.
No, you can sing it, but don't play the music because you keep getting us kicked off
But it's-
YouTube and Facebook.
they kick us off of one country.
They kicked us off of
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand. New Zealand.
Just because a minute work.
Those Kiwis, I'll tell you what.
Where
is
do they get
Wait a
off?
minute. Is Kiwi a slang? That's derogatory.
Michael Langford
stop
called-
saying people Kiwis. Bogans.
Wait, when did I start saying Kiwis?
Bogans.
Hold on, I'm fixing to sing for you.
Okay. Pause.
Okay, and you're correct, because I need to make some... Oh, this is going to be a completely...
Disastrous or fantastic
Deep breaths.
episode?
Deep breaths. Get the sound just right. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabi Moraga.
Hello. Wait. Hello. I need it's called reverb.
Oh no.
I need more snare in my headphones.
Here we go.
Braden's Clearwater.
Someone told me long ago there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining in the water.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
That was, I don't know, that cut out some. I don't know.
Yeah.
You redlined.
I redlined it?
I think our headsets just
The headset's
like
bad.
The headsets went bad. It was moving.
beautiful. I almost cried.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Were you crying, Enrique?
No, I wasn't crying.
Have you ever cried?
In a fakey way, yes.
In a fakey
No,
way? Why
not
would
in
you
a
fake
deep,
cry?
emotional. Has something broke your heart?
Have your eyes ever seen the rain?
Do you remember that time that you accidentally deleted your Fortnite account? Like that type of cry.
God,
Your PUBG
no.
account got hacked.
No, oh god.
You thought you had Cheetos, but you didn't.
I may have cried on that
What
one, but
makes
we
you
won't discuss
cry?
that.
What makes you
Oh,
cry?
I thought I had Cheetos!
There's nothing but Lay's!
Enrique, you got way too loud on that one.
I'm sorry.
Blew my ear.
I'll blow your eardrums out.
My go-to song for karaoke is, though, Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Really?
That or Guns N' Roses.
Save it for next podcast. You can do Guns N' Roses on the next one. We don't want to blow the fans away. You are a married man. We don't
I
want
keep
enough
getting-
emails of people, trying to...
McAfee, you're dead. I don't need your virus anymore.
R.I.P. Yeah, McAfee keeps...
John is dead. Like, literally, I've got like all these. McAfee will protect you. Like, no, I don't need it.
You can't even protect yourself! Oh, that was dark. Cut that, please. Well, because he...
Oh, we got some big McAfee fans listening.
I can't handle any more hate mail. All these... We're pro-Norton here.
We're Norton guys.
Oh, Lord. This is topical. This is too topical for us.
Look, I had 4 McAfee notifications.
It's like, please use it.
Must have been something related to our last podcast. Michael Langford brought us over some down under virus. That's called chlamydia.
got some sort of koala chlamydia.
They carry chlamydia, right?
They do. That's why I said that. Koala bears.
Koala-mydia.
Koala-mydia. And you're not qualified to know about this, but
Qualifying, huh?
Funny.
Good one. Enrique said funny.
thank you for acknowledging my humor. I was trying to think if there's anything else we need to cover before we go into talking about Flotilla. We've played Oath recently. We'll talk about it. We played D-Malker, which I will mispronounce and call it Die-Malker.
Die-Malker.
We have other games we've talked about. We have an upcoming interview with Don Gilstrap. Gilstrap, who has a Kickstarter coming out about chickens.
A gill strap sounds like something Aquaman would use.
Your gills are inadequate, so you use something to enhance your gills. Gilstrap.
Or to restrain them.
Your gills
Your
are...
gills are out of control.
Where's your gill strap? Maybe it's something to protect your gill strap, like a jock strap.
Don
Gill strap.
Jill strap. That's what Jack used. I don't know what that means.
I don't know, but I laughed. Even though I had no clue what you were saying, you said it and I laughed. That's where we're at now, is that you just say something that I think's funny, and I automatically imply enough to it that I go,
There's the
my brain says, now we throw our heads back and laugh.
a guffaw.
Guffaw. So Flotilla.
Flotilla the Hun.
Flotilla is a game by WizKids Games. We have a love-hate relationship with WizKids.
Mostly hate.
Mostly hate. They produced a game that we absolutely hate called Star Trek Conflict.
I don't rank many games as a 1 on BGG.
But you did that.
But Star Trek Conflict, if I could rate it less than a 1, I would. Absolute garbage.
Garbage. So Flotilla, strangely enough, was sent to us. FYI, because I always like to disclose when they
Love you, WizKids.
Yeah, it was nice that they sent us a game.
Appreciate it.
It was strange that they would send us this game, but they did. Flotilla is a game by 2 designers. One of them was the designer of Reavers of the Midgard, which is the Champions of Midgard sequel that I have not played.
Reavers from Serenity, Firefly.
Yes. Your favorite character from Firefly?
I like...
Alan Tudyk. Just say Alan Tudyk and shut up.
No, I liked... can't remember her name, but his second in command.
You know, I don't remember her name either, but I really liked that she was the strong female lead that was married to Alec Tudyk.
Yes, yes.
And I liked the chemistry. That was an interesting chemistry.
Alan Tudyk is just an easy go-to because he's the funny guy. I mean, and people just always like the funny guy. And I do too. Loved him. But I really liked her
Why can't I remember her
as
name?
Zoe Washburn.
Zoe. That's it. That's it.
Gina Torres.
Gina Torres. What's she been in since?
She's done several things. I don't know what. I'd have to click on her name.
Click on her name. Click it.
I'll click it. Gina Torres. She's been in, she was in the Matrix Revolutions. I didn't know that. Matrix Reloaded. She's been in Suits. The Perfect Find.
Don't know it.
The Brides. Troubled Waters.
Don't know it.
Elena of Avalor. Westworld.
I have not watched any Westworld.
She was in Riverdale, an episode.
Not watched that either.
She's been busy. She's a working actress, so that's good. I liked her a lot.
It must be hard to be an actress.
I can't imagine the whole audition process and trying to break into the business and just getting shut down for either the way you look, the way you sound, like anything. There's a podcast, and I think I heard off Comedy Bang Bang. There's a podcast called
Dead Eyes.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
So I've listened to Dead Eyes, and it has touched me in a way that I did not thought.
McAfee!
Yeah.
No! What is the deal?
Why don't you get that virus taken care of? You got
Why is
mono.
it doing this?
He's dead to
Like-
us.
Like, please, we need someone to take us in. Please, show
Okay.
us mercy.
Dead Eyes. That's the one I was thinking of because this guy had the part.
Yeah.
Then Tom Hanks comes in and says, "This guy's got dead eyes."
Yeah,
like
so-
it's not going to work.
Dead Eyes is a podcast about an actor who had gotten a role in the.
Was it Private Ryan?
No, it was the Band of Brothers series.
Band of Brothers.
An amazing series that made so many careers. And he had gotten this small speaking role in it. And then after he'd gotten it, a little while later, his agent calls him back and says that Tom Hanks says you have dead eyes and that they want you to come back in and reread for the part, and he ended up not getting it.
It's got to be soul crushing.
Well, this guy makes this podcast talking about just being rejected in that business, and he interviews John Hamm, which I love John Hamm because I had listened to another podcast about John Hamm and his trials of becoming an actor. And when you think of John Hamm,
He's good looking, got it all.
oh my God, John Hamm. It's John Hamm.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
He's a madman.
But yet, he was not cast in anything because he looked too old for the
Really?
longest time. He actually worked in the porn industry, not as an actor, but as a stagehand for years. Wrap your mind around that.
Wow.
That he was not good enough for any of these roles. And they kept telling him, if we need somebody to play somebody in the 20s or 30s or 40s, if we ever make a movie like that, we might call you. Nobody ever did until Madman. And now he's John Hamm. So you kind of see how that happens when you have these people who have to suffer rejection, which is what Dead Eyes is all about. It's about suffering rejection and how you deal with it. And the actor who got rejected by, one of the greatest actors of our generation.
I couldn't handle that type of rejection.
And thankfully, you won't ever have to.
No,
Because
I'm not auditioning.
you don't do anything to get rejected. And that's a safe place to be.
I applied just applying for a job.
Is it?
We've moved on.
You applied for a job?
I mean, when you do.
Oh, you don't. You have a job.
No, I'm a truck
now.
driver.
You have a truck driver.
You say you're a truck driver to a trucking company, you're hired.
Ah, you got a truck? You know how to drive?
Dime a dozen.
Yeah. But with just talking about rejection, I must think that like in board games, and this is what pains me because I'm about to give a negative review about Flotilla.
Flotilla the Hun.
Yeah. People put their... I can't hear myself in my headphones. Is that okay? Because should I be
can
hearing...
turn you up.
Well, turn me up because I'd like to hear myself in my
How
headphones.
about now?
It's really loud.
Oh,
But my voice is a little bit louder. My voice is
how about now?
intoxicating. Thank you.
I want to hear myself. You are one vain person.
Have you seen me?
Yes, you're gorgeous.
Quate Brand, Ryan Gosling.
No.
The voice of Matthew
you're no
McConaughey.
Ryan Gosling.
All right. To put your creative energy into a board game and then people to rag on it must be very hard.
People with no talent whatsoever,
Right.
such as myself.
Right. But you
Not even a creative bone in my body.
but you have taste, and your taste and discernment tells you that this isn't any good. But yet you're judging a game based on whatever parameters that are going around in your cerebrum, telling you that you either like this or don't like this because of this, or this. And then to play something that has been so intricately put together by someone with such creative juices, and you go, no.
I think not.
I think not. That's just like, getting fed a meal by Gordon Ramsay and going, this is too salty. So in Flotilla, which is by WizKids, which was sent to us, FYI, you are playing in this Waterworld's hashtag Kevin Costner, Yellowstone coming back out, baby. It also has the doctor off Firefly in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dark-headed guy who's like very generic, but he has
Yes.
piercing eyes.
Yes.
I don't know what his eyes. He doesn't have dead eyes, that's for sure. He has piercing eyes. Can't think of his name. I can't even think of his name on Firefly. He was just the young doctor.
The doc, I'll tell you because I still have IMDb pulled up. His name is Sean Maher, Dr. Simon Tam.
Does he not have piercing eyes? Look into his eyes.
does. He does.
They say the eyes are the window to the soul.
He has blue eyes and he's dark-headed. That's a good combo. If someone is dark-skinned, dark-haired, with bright blue eyes or green eyes, gray eyes, bright eyes, gorgeous. Bright Eyes is one of the apes on Planet of the Apes, by the way. No, that's what they called. That's what they called Charlton. Bright eyes.
Bright eyes.
But if you have dark eyes, bright eyes and dark skin, friggin' gorgeous. That National Geographic picture? It's
Yes.
like that girl.
With the green eyes?
Yes, and
on
it's
the
like
cover?
one of the most iconic pictures ever because she has bright eyes, dark skin. absolutely gorgeous, just like Simon Tam, aka Sean Mayer.
That's how shallow we are here at the Board Game Stops. If your eyes are a certain
all of
color
it.
and you're tan enough,
That's why Megan Fox was so attractive back in the day, because she had bright blue eyes and she was super tan. If you just need a tan, Jerry, you've got the blue eyes.
Like my eyes are hazel, emerald green. I don't
Whatever.
like Megan Fox.
I don't know her
not,
personally.
It's not. Yeah, I think it's because she comes across as being like
She's with Machine Gun Kelly now.
like she know. Enrique,
Yeah.
you're a millennial. You're of that elk.
No,
Megan,
he's got the Gensies.
you're the
remember?
Gen Zs.
Yeah, but like
Degens.
Megan Fox.
He's a
Is she
degen.
attractive? Do you even know who she is?
He doesn't know who she is.
Megan Fox.
Okay, like physically, just like feature wise, yes.
Okay, fine.
No, but like
Personality.
Do you know her?
not like personality. It's the presence. She seems just
She seems up.
How dare you
like
judge her?
upstuck.
You're judging her.
Upstuck. She seems upstuck.
Up-
I agree with this. Everything this man has said, I agree with. She seems uptight and
Yeah.
like she's full of herself.
But
Yeah.
she's not.
How do you know?
She's very down to the earth.
You don't know this. She might be.
I've
She might be.
I've
I
watched
don't
her
know
interviews.
this. I'm very
but,
opinionated
like-
about somebody I don't know.
But it's just that presence. It's just how that is. Now,
so you're judging purely on appearance.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to use two examples here.
Gourd head.
And I'll use Bubba because Bubba lent this to me. So number one, Megan Fox, from what you see of her, she seems like she's uptight and like
Upstuck.
Upstuck. Somebody who I don't think is very attractive, but I find her very attractive because of her personality. And Bubba one time told me, I'm going to quote him, that he thought she was like the most attractive woman ever, and it shocked me.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. And I'm like, Emma Stone? And
Because of her personality.
And it's like, oh, yeah.
Are you serious? I just guessed that.
Emma Stone.
Because she has what appears to be a super down-to-earth, fun, quirky personality.
Who does not like Emma Stone? And so it's one of those.
And she's not classically attractive. She's kind of got a weird mouth.
Her eyes are further apart than what they should
Her
be.
eyes are kind of strange.
But she is.
But she is attractive.
I like Emma Stone.
And she has a great personality.
And if you were.
We don't know her.
Gabi
This is from a
Moraga.
360-pound fat balding man.
Fat balding man, 350 pounds.
So let me discuss
You
this
have.
movie star actress.
You have Megan Fox presented to you or Emma Stone. Pick one.
I mean, I gotta go.
Emma Stone. And it's
Emma
because
Stone.
she feels like she's just a nice person. You are attracted to her because she's a nice,
She
friendly.
did that lip sync thing that was funny.
It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Megan Fox, you've got to do a lip. You've got to get out there and show us your personality.
Be more.
But is that okay? So that's a thing, though. I think.
Let's judge more women by their looks. Let's go ahead and do that.
Hey, let's call it the Facebook. That's what it was based on.
Let's drop the
Hot
V.
or not.
Let's drop the V.
Facebook.
Facebook.
It is hard to be good looking. Trust me.
It is.
yeah.
I mean, listen, Addis, we all know.
I'm a married
we
man.
all know.
And people, I'm constantly, there's a
You're
reason.
bombarded. No, but seriously,
Quit
when you
sending
have
me emails.
when you have the looks of someone like Megan Fox, just outrageously gorgeous, people judge you, and
do.
they just assume that you're going to be a certain type of way. Either you're going to be upstuck, or mean, or airheaded, or can't hold a conversation, and that's just purely based on prejudice, like you trying to bring them down to your level because obviously you're not that good looking. So let me bring them down a notch by saying because they're good looking, they have things handed to them. They don't have to work hard. They get stuff based on this and this and that. But they might be a super great person to be around.
So
They might be friggin' hilarious. In your personal life, I'm trying to think of one of the best looking people I know besides you, Jerry.
okay,
I mean, I have to go to my wife. I'm sorry. Cliche.
cliche.
Okay.
My wife is highly attractive. That's what drew me to her. I'm very superficial.
Very superficial.
I'm like, hey, she's hot. Back then, I wasn't bad. I had hair and I was skinny.
You had hair.
I was superficial as well.
You had some hair.
He was skinny. He was slightly taller than her. Boom.
You could look down and see your toes.
I could see my toes. But my wife is very laid back. She's got a good sense of humor.
Asterisk there. Go ahead.
She's very easy to talk to, and in every job she's had, she advances because of her customer relation skill. She's easy to talk to. She's very nice to people, blah, blah, blah. But she's an attractive woman. So I forgot where I was going with this.
I will say this. I'll take it a step further from what I think the direction that you were going. Basically, how you view people and how you expect them to act. My asterisk being on good sense of humor. Somebody pointed this out to me once, and this is one of those things that is completely wrecked. Like, I wish somebody hadn't said this, so feel free to skip this, because this has completely wrecked my perception of certain words. But when a man says that a woman has a good sense of humor, they mean they laugh at my jokes. When a woman says that a man has a good sense of humor, that means that they're funny. We have two completely different definitions of that phrase. They mean completely different things when you say
that
it.
could very possibly be.
Yes, and it's insane when you think of it that way. And I just dropped dice everywhere.
But when I'm talking about my wife, Gina, you know what I don't like?
Tell me.
I don't like it when people say, blah, 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 me and the wife.
I say that.
Why is that?
I don't like that.
I say that because
Your wife has a name, and her name is Jennifer.
I don't want to say my wife's name because she is more than just a name.
She's more than the wife.
She is more. No.
That's like you're just assigning her a label as this is what she is to me, the wife.
She is. She is the most important person in my life.
How dare you?
She is the
What am
wife. She is the wife.
I am the podcast host.
Yes, you are the host.
Yes.
And she is the wife. There shall be none other.
My wife, Gina,
Yeah.
I call her by her name, Gina.
Which is weird.
She has a... Me and the wife, she has an excellent sense of humor, and I don't say that because she laughs at my jokes. She laughs at her brother's jokes, which are terrible.
Your brother's jokes suck.
They're terrible. You think my jokes are corny? You should hear his.
I'm pretty sure that all of Gina's family's jokes suck. I've met every
But that's the thing. She likes to laugh. She enjoys a good laugh.
She's easy to laugh.
She's an easy laugh.
She's an easy laugh. She's exactly the type of people Jerry Seinfeld
And she's
seeks out.
and she's highly attractive as well, at least to me.
I don't know why you're rambling on about that.
love
Because
my wife.
I'd like to get to Whiz Kids, the Flotilla.
What are we talking about today?
Flotilla.
Gina?
Let me talk about Flotilla for a moment. Let me do my 1 minute preamble about what this game actually is.
All right, on one of our podcasts previously, we talked about how I said describing things is boring.
Yes.
It is. Describing this game is going to be boring, but stay tuned because Jerry's fixing to do
I
it.
have to do it because the
I understand.
The people must know.
Sometimes things that are boring have to be done.
right. Some
Because
people,
the people.
All right, so description, engage.
In a long, long time ago, there was a water world starring Kevin Costner. And in water world, you would dive deep beneath the sea, 20,000 leagues underneath it, to find stuff. And you would bring it up, and you would sell that stuff to a flotilla. That's basically what Flotilla is. It's an economic game. It's hexagon tile laying, market manipulation, card management, kind of like Concordia a little bit, where you have a hand of cards. Those cards allow you to move your little skiffs around the ocean, dig into a bag, pull out these hexagonal little tiles, place those tiles, and then roll dice to see what type of resources of various colors that you'll pull up. During this game, you're going to be collecting resources on your skiff, delivering back to your base, and then selling them or utilizing them for victory points. The crux of this game, the crux, crux, crux.
Now, are you sure that's
The crotch of this game.
The crotch of this game is
Stop.
is at any point in time you can say, you know what, I don't want to be a bottom feeder diver anymore. I want to be a topsider. And you could flip your player board over and now be somebody who is, instead of going out and collecting resources, you are building out a flotilla with these hexagons and selling resources. The interesting thing about this is you don't have to. This is the thing that sets this game apart from everything else, is that you can be a diver the entire game, or you can just decide at random, I don't want to dive anymore, I want to build the flotilla. And then you feed off each other. You bringing in resources as a diver will lower the prices that the topsiders will use and buy from the market to help build out the flotilla, and back and forth and back and forth. And this happens, and you're buying resources and also utilizing those resources to complete victory point requirements on these various tiles. It's a very interesting game. Here's why it doesn't work. And I say, let me back up there a little bit. Let me rewind. It does work. The game is very functional. There's nothing particularly wrong or broken about this game. It actually has a somewhat cult following. A lot of people really like this game. I was shocked by
Not me.
how long it is and how long it takes for it to actually build up. So, like I said, like in Concordia, you have a hand of cards. You play a card and you just do what's on that card. It's that simple. And in like Concordia, there's one card that you lay down and you pick up the rest of your cards and kind of reset and do your thing. And you're just moving skips, diving, rolling dice, and seeing what you get. The thing that holds this game back is that, one, it takes about an hour for it to really heat up. Two, yes, the different stages of the games are are interlocked by the fact that I can be a topsider and be buying and selling stuff, and you can be a diver and be bringing stuff. Yes, that's very cool. It's very interesting how that works. It doesn't really feel like there's a tactical choice there, in my opinion. Like, it feels like you dive until you've gotten enough resources to be a topsider, and you fulfilled enough victory points, and then you decide, now I'm going to be a topsider. The game feels like there is a path that you must take, but really the game plays best when one person is diving and the other people are topsiders. You know what I mean? It's like there's this disconnect. Like, there should be this symbiotic relationship that this game really thrives off of, but at the same time, it feels somewhat, I don't know, disjointed, like not quite
It's just not there.
And it's too long, in my opinion. This game should be about 30 minutes quicker, and it doesn't have a wow feeling to it. There is a lot of good components in it. The components are fine. Like, there's
Whatever. Those cardboard, that one board was completely warped.
okay, so I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
I agree with you, though. This needs to be an asymmetrical game. You need to have someone starting off as the Waterworld dude, and then someone starting off as a topsider. That way, you're battling over those resources, the demand supply thing. I can knock it down. You can push it back up, whatever you want to call
Right.
it. Because until then, whatever you do, you just all drop it to where it's worth nothing.
So
and
there's-
then you go topside because it's worth nothing, and you want to build it back up, and it's just
There's this interesting thing where you have this little radar track that when you're diving and you roll dice, when this radar pops up, wherever your little marker is on the radar, that's what you get or you suffer. And at the beginning of the game, you suffer radiation because the radar level on this game sucks. So when you roll dice, you get the radar thing, it's bad. But when somebody's top-sided, they are incentivized to improve the I keep calling radar, I mean sonar, two different things. To improve the sonar, so because they get victory points for doing so. And when it does, it moves people's markers down this track. And so now when the divers dive, the sonar symbol on the dice that used to be very hurtful to get now is very beneficial. And now by doing so, they're actually helping themselves by getting this symbol on the dice. That's interesting. There's that symbiotic relationship. That's how the game should be. But what really happens, and I will give an example in our game. Enrique and I and Gabi played this game We're all going out. We're all doing our collecting of resources and diving as we started off. And then instantly Gobby decides, you know what? I'm going to be a topsider. And right after that, of course, I'd already collected my resources and I go, I'm going to be a topsider too. So now we're both buying and selling buying resources, trying to build out our little station with our hexagons, while Enrique is still diving, and he is, of course, running up the market by selling barrels of resources.
Running down the market.
He's running down the market, and we're running up the market. Back and forth, back and forth. That sounds like it should be interesting. I think the thing with Flotilla, and this is a caveat I was going to make here later, about how some games work, they're functional. They completely do what they set out to do, but they're just not that interesting. It's kind of like how when you watch a documentary about something and you've gained knowledge from it, but yet at the end of the day, it's like, that was just not that riveting. There was no hook. There was never a feeling of, this is neat. Everything worked, but there was no Tiger King moment. Like, you think you're going to watch a documentary about tigers, and next thing you know, you're neck deep in about the relationships of some guy who's about to go to prison for trying to...
invincible moment.
Yeah. There's no moment where it subverts your expectations. Flotilla is a prime example of a game that, to me, has nothing wrong with it. But there's nothing right with it either. There's nothing special about it. It's a fine game. It's functional. But for a game that has so much water, it's very dry to me.
Oh!
That came out of nowhere. This episode brought to you by Weller. This is the second glass of which that has helped this podcast tremendously.
I agree 100%. As we were playing this game, as Enrique was playing this game, there was a point in the game where
we were just
is this
dead.
it? We're like,
Yeah.
we're just doing our thing, and it's not that exciting.
It's like we're not really we're not even interacting with each other. We're just
It was very low interaction.
I would ask Jerry a question. It's like, oh, am I doing this right? And my voice and everyone else's voice just sounded dead when we were playing this game.
But this is my thing. There's plenty of games out there with little to no interaction among the players, but they're still good. I still enjoy them.
Right.
This game had little to no interaction. I'm building my flotilla. I liked that. I liked that you're building out your atoll, Waterworld lingo. But it just felt dull to me. Yeah. Like, I didn't have, like Jerry was saying, I didn't have that feeling like I was doing anything. It's just like, there's games, even somewhat basic games like Raiders of the North Sea, Viticulture, name any of these games where, like, there's a point where, like, oh yeah, I get what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and I get this feeling of enjoyment. Never got that with Flotilla. Like, we were playing, I'm laying tiles, I'm diving, rolling dice, laying tiles. I was like, and me and Enrique were like, I just don't care. I just don't care.
So, like, I taught my wife Concordia a while back.
The wife.
The wife.
And my wife, who I've gotten in trouble by describing her as not a board gamer, but either way, she does not.
By her?
No, by our listeners. I had a strongly worded email from somebody saying, "Why do you say that your wife's not a board gamer, even though she plays board games?" So that allowed me to have a conversation with her, who she says she basically, of course, comes out with this great line of, "I don't choose board games. I would not choose board games as my entertainment. Just because I play them does not mean that they are I am a board gamer." I thought that was a great line.
Does she describe herself? Like,
No.
What are the hobbies she enjoys?
She enjoys nothing but my
Raising children.
attention. And
I'm sorry. Were you about to say something different?
I was about to.
She enjoys
You're gonna have to
nothing
just
but...
clip some of that.
Clip that.
I'm not clipping
It's
anything.
not. It's not clipped. The Concordia. Concordia is a great example because in Flotilla you have these cards that tell you what to do. You play a card and you do it. When we played Concordia, I was like, okay, basically do what's on the card. This is your objective. Concordia is very light. There's very little interaction, but at the same time, you kind of feel like you are not just expanding out and managing stuff, but you feel like you're accomplishing something. Whereas in Flotilla, the game is too complicated. This is I think this is the hook. This is the thing that I'm trying to. It's too complicated for such basic mechanisms.
It has a similar mechanism in the card laying. Like you have a set amount of cards to the red planet.
And you can buy cards.
Right. Is it Mission Red? What is the Mars game?
Yeah, Mission Red Planet.
Mission Red Planet. But I would take Mission Red Planet over this game any day. Mission Red Planet, you have a set amount of cards, you play them, and then once you've played them, you're done, your turn's over, then you take them back up into your hand. This has that same thing. But I don't love Mission Red Planet, but I thoroughly liked Mission Red Planet the first couple times we played. Flotilla, we do the same thing. It just lacked something. I don't know, the je ne sais quoi. I don't know what it was. It lacked something. Like Jerry said, it's fine mechanism-wise. There's nothing wrong with the game other than the fact that it lacks something.
It didn't have any impact between the divers and the topsiders.
This is but that's what I'm saying. There's plenty of games where literally I'm doing my thing, you're doing yours. We have nothing to do with each other, but I still enjoy it. Welcome to I'm doing my thing, you're doing yours. What I'm doing has nothing to do with you. Thoroughly enjoy it. There's tons of games like that, especially dry Euros. I'm doing my thing, you're doing yours. Orleans. I'll take Orleans over this guy.
This is why I'm appreciative of Flotilla. Because it made me think deeply about this topic. What's
Topic.
that? Topic. It's topical.
Topical?
You grease it over your integumentary system. What is that screeching noise whenever there's like these sitcoms where everything freezes and it makes that and then
record scratch?
Yeah, like they go back and they say
yes.
Okay. So Flotilla gave me that moment where I realized this is that je ne sais quoi. I didn't say that right. What it is that allows us to play a game, and at some point in time we go, wait a minute, this is it. This is the thing that we like about it. So after examining that, I've realized that there are certain games that when we are playing them, the game has set out these rules that we must follow. You must do this, and this is what we're all trying to do. But there's one little thing that kind of sidetracks you just a little bit that makes it difficult, or it sidesteps the rules just a tad, just enough to where now you're trying to game this one system, and that makes it interesting. For instance, one of my favorite games, The Godfather, where the game is about collecting money. It's about utilizing money and getting these resources and so forth and so on. But the best rule in that game is you have to bank things. You have to figure out how to launder money and put actual money into your little suitcase, into your little bank. And that's the money that scores at the end of the game. That one rule completely changes the game from being just a mundane worker placement to now something that not only are you fighting other players, but you're fighting yourself.
Right.
The same thing is true with McAfee. Listen, we're talking here.
He don't care. Oh, another one. There's always three.
Norton wouldn't do this.
Hold on. Is this it?
That's that sound that when you're playing a board game, when something happens and you go, wait a minute, this is the thing that I have to focus on. This is the...
Oh, we got a little crazy with it.
This is the thing that you have to monitor that will lead you to victory. Kind of like Lorenzo. Lorenzo has that. It's not just a simple worker placement. It's, right. Okay, you can't put a meeple in this tower if there's already one there without... If it matches, if there's another player there, it completely restricts you.
Yes.
Or, you can use this one meeple, but you have to pay money and it's worth nothing.
Or Marco Polo. I can place my dice there as well, but I got to pay coins now.
Yes. Every great game has this one caveat rule that's off to the side that changes it. And this is why Reiner Knizia, all of his games have that one thing.
High society.
Every single one of them has this one thing. Flotilla didn't have that. Even when in Concordia has that because it's like if another player has built here, it costs you a little bit more. Oh,
Yeah.
you need to buy these cards that you use.
Power Grid.
Yeah, Power Grid. All of them. All the great games.
Let's name games.
All
the great games.
All the great games have that one thing that says you're fighting against other players, but also this one rule here, the only enemy is yourself. You could play Godfather and have all the money in the world, but if you have not managed it and placed that money in your suitcase, you're to blame. Nobody else can affect that. That's just you.
Thine own self is thine own enemy.
In Concordia, you can go out and expand all you want, but if you're not buying those cards, you are your own enemy. So I think what I'm trying to say is that all the best games, not only are you playing the other players, you're playing yourself. DJ Khaled, hashtag RIP. Is he dead?
No.
He's not dead.
No.
I keep a list of rappers who have died, and I thought he was on it.
No, he's alive.
Kentashi
He's more of a
6ix9ine?
DJ. He's
Is
not a
Kentashi
rapper, really.
6ix9ine, is he alive?
Is he in jail still? I don't know.
He's a snitch.
You know what happens to snitches?
They get what?
Stitches.
Yeah.
That's right, Enrique. Enrique knows the lingo.
Would you ever snitch on us?
No.
Right now, tell me.
No.
Okay. I believe
Well,
you.
what do you have to snitch on?
Shh. Don't bait him like that.
Well, tell me something about the board game snobs you shouldn't say, Enrique.
Not sure.
Exactly. There you go. You win. All right, that's going to do it for this episode dealing with Flotilla the Hun. This is Gabi, and bye.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.